What's on your mind this week?
Man, this week, it's all about, like, MAGA support, right? My thing is, it ain't about a Democratic or Republican thing. It's about right and wrong, right? You have a president that's on TV every day, all day, or posting stuff every day, all day. But it's lies.
Right.
It's the lies that I can't get past, and people are not charging them up enough.
Yeah,
but
I agree
when
with
they
that
do,
shit.
Yeah.
Especially the motherfuckers that's interviewing him and asking questions.
Yeah.
They let him lie and then don't back that with a follow-up question. Yeah.
Well, because for me, if you're a reporter, you're about facts.
Right.
That's your whole existence. So if somebody's telling you something, you have to fact check that.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you already know what's going on.
I think these motherfuckers know, but what they do is ask him, he say the bullshit, and they show it on the news later, but they don't confront him face to face on this
They
shit.
let him say it, and then they go on to another question, like he didn't just say what he said.
Right.
So my problem is, how you not gonna charge this man up
I
on
told
lies?
them,
Like,
I've been
if you
saying
saying
that
some
shit for the
facts,
longest.
man, I don't have nothing against that.
Yeah.
But everything come out your mouth is a lie.
Yes.
And everybody
And
now
they let it go.
But now it's becoming
Teddy
so
Pendergrass.
acceptable. That you looking at it and you like, how am I the only one hearing what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Like, I cannot be the only one listening to what this man is saying.
Man, I'm with you on
and
that
he's
shit.
lying, and that
totally agree
affects
on that.
me to the point to where
Well, it frustrates you.
and I think about it all the time, like, charge him up, because if you saying facts,
challenge his
and you
ass
can
on that
come back
shit
and rebuttal that, then rebuttal it. But you can't, because we know it's a lie. Just speak the
challenge the motherfucker on it. Challenge him
all
on
I'm
the shit.
saying is,
challenge. I get
because that goes back to the constitutional thing we was talking about. You don't give a shit about the Constitution. You just one man with the most power in the world. And you saying what you want to say, and there's checks and balances with that. Somebody should be able to come and say, hey man, that ain't true. And it should be on TV when he say it. He's so comfortable with saying it. And everybody know that his whole support crew is uneducated. And they verify it every time. Because it's nothing you can tell me when he say something and I'm looking and I'm listening, I'm like, that ain't true. Even with this war, right?
It's obviously not true. Too.
You don't even have a plan with this war, right? Now, we taking the grunt of that. Gas is almost $5 a gallon. We talking about regular. And everybody like, well, it's for a good cause. These people ain't trying to make no nuclear weapons.
No.
These people.
Well, they are, but they ain't close.
But
Obama he squashed that way back then.
Oh, but you
man.
know Trump got rid of that.
I'm gonna get to that. He ripped that up. And I guarantee you what's about to happen. Whatever he about to come up with Iran is not gonna be better than what Obama
you're exactly right.
And he's talking about how Obama made this bad deal.
Well, that's his thing.
But see, if you're uneducated and don't read and listen to what people saying, you're gonna believe that, because right now his only thing is, I'm just preventing them from creating nuclear weapons. Everybody against that.
But if you was prevented, leave the shit in place. But he mad because Barack's smarter than them. Go ahead, though.
That's it.
I don't disagree that Iran shouldn't have nuclear weapons. But if that's the case, to me, no country should have a nuclear weapon. United States was the only country to ever use a nuclear weapon, right?
In Hiroshima.
Exactly. So you want to stop Iran from having a nuclear weapon because they hate America, right? But so does Pakistan. They got nuclear weapons. Russia, they got nuclear weapons. North Korea, they got nuclear weapons. So you're going to take all these countries?
Well, this goes back to what I said earlier in this podcast. When I said, when it all comes down to, you can write whatever you want on paper, the agreements and all that shit. what it comes down to is who has the most violent force, right? So, because we got the baddest army, we get to decide who has nuclear weapons, right? And that's what it always comes down to, because nobody lets it live on the level of, we just gonna go by what's written, we gonna discuss it, take it to court, a world court, or whatever you want to do, and say, these are the rules for everybody.
That's it.
It's about who has the most power. And white people and America, which is the same thing basically, get to decide this shit because they have the biggest army and they can whoop your ass, which I was talking about with the woman thing earlier, right? This is what I'm talking about. Because you get, people always say, you ever see the movies where they say violence is never the answer? And in actuality, it's always the answer. Right? Because you get to decide what's going to go on by saying, you ain't going to make that shit because I can whoop your ass.
Right.
You don't mean you right, but I can whoop your ass.
But I'm going to tell you one thing about what's going on. He going to lose this war.
Yeah, because they got that straight hemmed up.
It's 90 million people in Iran.
Yeah.
See, the thing that he didn't think about, which I'm sure people told him, these people ready to die.
Yeah.
Well, all of them.
He ought to know that from 9/11. All them
they ready to die. Like,
don't
you
give a damn.
cannot beat somebody who's ready to die.
Going the fuck came.
So at the end of the day, somebody put a bug in your ear. You started this shit. Now you're in the middle of it, and I'm sure they told him that strait was gonna be closed, but he said, "Oh, don't worry about that. I got that."
Yeah.
Right. So now we have to deal with these high gas prices. And my thing, the thing that really bothers me is all that "Make America Great Again," I'm for America and all that. You ain't giving a shit about America right now.
No.
Because see, you're a billionaire.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, he wasn't until he got in office this time.
If somebody can tell me when a billionaire have a strain, please let me know. He ain't been to the gas. He probably don't even know how to even take a damn thing out and pump some gas.
Remember about 6 months ago when they bombed Iran? He said they obliterated the nuclear.
So it was so far down.
And people,
so now
all the experts were saying, well, maybe it's not. Maybe they still got some. Oh, that's fake news. All this kind of stuff. And now you start a war. You say they close to developing a nuclear weapon. But if you obliterated it 6 months ago,
where's it coming from?
Now?
But two things on that. One, that's probably lie 30,001, right? The motherfucker lie all the time, but they keep taking him at his word. Why? I will never know.
It's the lie with me.
I will never know. And two, if you say, what he does is he lies in the moment. He don't remember what he said previously.
He'll say, I ain't
it's whatever supports the argument of right now. It goes against what you just said, but right now, this is what I need to say to make you dumb motherfuckers believe the shit I'm telling you.
So when you say, I won the war, then you know he said that.
If you wanted, you wouldn't be still at war.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why is the strait not open?
Right.
And why are you still waiting on some kind of agreement? But if I won, I'm gonna tell you what the agreement is.
And it's over.
That's it.
If you won,
you can't tell me nothing.
Correct. Also, to piggyback on your earlier point about the reporters, another thing that pissed me off about reporters is one, when they ask him a question and he lie about it, they don't ask a follow-up question. But also, when he sits there and embarrass him and demean him, why don't you say something? You ain't gonna just, I don't care who you are. You ain't gonna just call me stupid.
That's the point of being a man and a woman. We're humans.
Piggy, have you looked at yourself in the motherfucking mirror?
Exactly, with them big ass ankles and shit.
And hell yeah. See, that's the thing that bothers me, that you have the most powerful man in the world, and he's lying. See, when you have a certain power, man, certain things are expected of you.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
You would think. And this is what's making me just second guess all this stuff that go on in the world. it's really when I was brought up, man, it was checks and balances.
Yeah.
Nobody checks this man, and he wins
because they got
on
the
that.
majority in the House and the Senate.
Right.
And this nigga ankle so big, he make bell bottoms look like straight legs and shit.
God damn.
I mean, this motherfucker, you know, you sitting around, they buy anything this motherfucker say, man. It is unbelievable. And that's the shit I was talking about earlier when we was talking about subjectivity, right?
Right.
How the fuck do you sit there and listen to this? Like, and I'll tell you another thing. It's a little off topic, but it's what I'm talking about. What is kind of equated to what I'm talking about now. Why are we even having presidential debates? Now, obviously, when they had the debate, Kamala waxed his motherfucking ass.
He waxed it.
But who won?
He did.
So what's the need in the debate? If you're not going to listen to any kind of logic and shit.
They don't even have it.
Exactly.
But the thing that kills me about that is, logically speaking, is what we talked about a lot of times on this podcast. You telling me, I'm standing in front of some guy, and he say, your little boy gonna go to school, and they gonna put a surgery on him, and he gonna come back a girl.
Now, who believe that shit?
Who gonna send their kids to school? How do you realize what I'm saying, man? Your son going to his school, elementary, 5 years old,
and they'll vote thinking that shit can really happen.
And they telling me he gonna go to school, gonna take a class, they gonna have surgery, and he coming back home with his dick cut off.
Yeah, and political success.
And what parent gonna say when you get home and they finna get you ready for your shower and say, boy, where your dick at? You had a dick when you left here. I know that.
Speaking,
what kind of shit is that?
Gonna happen.
Exactly.
Who gonna read that, man?
It's unreal.
Political success is based off fear.
Yeah, exactly.
He tries to make white folk afraid of black people. He tried to make
homosexual
people afraid of homosexual people.
Yes.
He put people against each other. He divides the world.
That's how you win.
Dogs.
Who doing that? Like, you cannot make me believe people are doing this stuff he's saying,
because it's bullshit. He lied.
But you got a whole percentage of people who believe that because he said it in the debate.
And one thing that pissed me off about Obama, this goes back to when y'all was talking about the police and being a man and like getting to a point where you say, hey, like when he posted that shit about him, Obama and Michelle being apes, man, if I'm Obama, I'm saying, hold the fuck up.
Man.
Like, man, you ain't gonna disrespect my wife.
Bruh.
I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, I'm not saying you threaten him or something because you can't do that. That's against the law, right? But man, do something. Go back at this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Stop taking the high fucking road.
I agree.
If you want to wrestle with pigs, you got to get in the fucking mud, man.
The first term when he was saying stuff about Michelle and Obama and all that, I said, look, Obama need to act like he gonna shake his hand and punch him in the fucking face. Because that's how disrespectful he is. Like, he calling people wives ugly, fat, and all this.
Boils down to accountability.
And so
he's never held accountable to what he say or what he do.
But this is the thing, when they do that kind of shit, black people, including, like going back to Martin Luther King, and it applies to Barack too, they know that they have been put between a rock and a hard place. If you say some shit or do the shit you talking about and swing on him, which is some shit that probably most people would do, right? But soon as he do it,
then that person is wrong.
yes, they gonna say, see, I told you they were savages. But they can go and shit in people's desk on January 6th and not be viewed as that kind of shit. But as soon as a nigga do anything that they justified in doing, they gonna make it into something else.
And what about Who funeral was that? Was it John McCain funeral?
Yeah.
Where he
didn't even
Obama
go.
was sitting next to Trump, and they were sitting there.
Nah, it wasn't John McCain.
Nah, that
He
wasn't
didn't go to
McCain. That was like
funeral.
somebody else.
Who funeral was
Man, that was like
I know what you're talking about.
I didn't like that
funeral it
either.
was. They
I wouldn't even talk to
and the
him.
bomb was
I
laughing.
think they
with
put
him
him by him on purpose. Like, man, don't even laugh with
Don't
him.
even fucking talk to
Don't
him.
even talk to him.
Yeah.
Because at
You
the
ain't got
end
shit to say to me,
at
dog.
the end of the day,
They trying to preserve the moral high ground and shit with
yeah,
that.
exactly.
and
You
see,
know,
that's what pissed me off.
Chris, this is not the time to do that. Like
No.
maybe like
No.
with a regular Republican,
Yeah.
you have respect. We
Yeah.
can debate
Yeah.
what America.
But we
should
ain't
look
there
like.
no more.
But this
Yeah.
motherfucker ain't the
But
one.
no.
that's the thing
No,
with,
we at a
with
different
the
place.
Democrats that pisses me off,
Exactly.
man, is like, y'all need to be a little more harder because
Yeah.
he calling Biden Sleepy
They
Joe.
all soft.
He called Biden
And he
Sleepy Joe.
shoot every guy.
Everything you see, you can pull up about 15 clips. And this dude, he went to sleep standing up on one of them. Y'all
Yeah,
see that?
yeah.
So,
Like he a horse.
Yeah.
if you have
He
if you have a platform, you need to use it at this point. This is how, as black people, how we came up, right?
Yeah.
Protesting. You had some people had to die. It was wrong, but to get your point across, you have to be strong, man. And my point to this whole topic is, why are people accepting the lies?
Yeah,
man?
the only one I see that go at their ass
is that Jasmine Crockett chick.
well, I'm talking about journalists, is George, I have a hard time pronouncing his last name, but they sued him on ABC. George.
Papadopoulos.
Yeah,
the
I have a
Papadopoulos.
hard time pronouncing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He don't play that shit. You ain't gonna come on his interview and say some shit, and he don't push back and say, "Well, that's not true because this and that." That's what I'm talking about.
So when you
that's what needs to
when
happen.
they asking questions saying when is the war gonna be over? Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, it could be a week. It could be, you talking like street shit. See, that's street talk for a street person.
Yeah.
I see right through him on what he doing. But all these people that think they so educated and they like, well, and I don't know the details of what it is to be in a political situation, because a lot of them probably like, man, I gotta ride it because if I say something, he gonna kick me out and then my political career is over. But then it becomes sacrifices, man. Like, now you gonna be that person that everybody gonna look at and say, well, man, look, I can't believe nothing you saying because
And that's
you didn't
what,
stand up for this dude.
That's
Because wrong is wrong, bro.
Yeah, that's what
And
should
not only
happen.
do he lie, but he's stupid.
Yeah.
Did you see when he did the press conference?
That's
where
what's
he
so
said
hard to believe
we
about how they
lowering
follow.
drug prices 70, 80, 90%.
hey,
and sometimes 700, 800.
That means you
900%,
got to pay me.
depending on how you do the math. No,
That means you gotta pay me.
Yeah.
When you go over, Clip,
What you talking about?
when you go over 100%, now you gotta pay me.
Depending on how
Yeah.
you do the math.
The math is the math.
Yeah, the math is the
It
math.
can't be 800%.
But when you listen to what he says in office, like shit,
Yeah,
like
and it pisses you off, man.
That bothers me.
But what pisses you off more, him saying it or people still standing behind him?
People
after-
still standing
Yeah.
behind it. You can say what you want to say. Somebody can come up to me
Yeah.
every day and say something. I ain't gotta accept it.
And this the
Man,
thing,
get out of
too,
here with
man.
that bullshit.
From the shit he said in office and did, you don't know why he went broke.
Right.
Right? Because this shows you he not a businessman.
Right.
What he knows how to do is sell himself to stupid people.
Manipulate.
To stupid people.
Yeah.
If you
First
dumb
thing.
enough to go for the shit, and what we found out is there's a bunch of motherfucking dummies in this world
Look.
because white folks keep following. He don't give a fuck about them either.
Look,
And they keep following because they hatred for black people is so great
Yeah.
that they'll follow a motherfucker that don't give a fuck about them either.
Yeah.
Chris, once you say something about him, he against you.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
So-
Be against me
so
and put
how
this
you-
dick in your mouth. I'm saying it on
Exactly.
camera.
How you try to kiss his ass and knowing if you say one bad thing, he gonna turn. He's not gonna even
Turn
think of
on
the lie.
me. I don't give a fuck.
This whole argument.
Turn on me.
This whole argument with the Pope. We talking about the Pope.
Yeah, the
man.
Pope.
The Pope is only saying he want peace. He don't want war. He ain't saying
But he lied
I
on
want
the
these
Pope.
people to have
Right,
nuclear
exactly.
weapons. He
That's
has
the
never
lie.
said that.
Right.
But he keeps saying, well, if the Pope want, I can't believe the Pope want them to have. He think it's okay for them to have
But
nuclear
this
weapons.
is-
That's untrue.
But this is the
Right.
thing about that too. You got the Pope who tries not to be political at all.
Right.
And that's going, not just this Pope, going back to Pope history. People that are religious are gonna sit here and side with a motherfucker that grab pussies over the fucking Pope.
Over the Pope.
Right.
And what are we doing here?
You have to know.
And you call yourself a religious person.
But Chris, you have
to be out of your mind.
The sacrifices that being at a Pope level, the sacrifices that they take.
Yeah.
This is not nothing a normal person can do.
But you got
to give up so much to beat it.
But on a religious basis, you gonna side with a motherfucker that holds a Bible upside down, grab people's pussies, get convicted of rape.
Yeah.
And you gonna go with him instead of the Pope, and you think you on your way to heaven.
And a known
you
womanizer.
Can't believe in God.
He's a known womanizer.
You can't believe in God.
Like, this ain't nothing we just put out our head. Yeah. You look and see in real life how he treat women.
Yeah. You can't believe in God.
He downgrade them. No. So at the end of the day, when you sitting there saying, well, and then you got these people who say, well, okay, you know the alphabets, you know the English language, right?
Right.
If I say something, I don't need him to backdoor it and say, well, that ain't what he meant. This is what he meant.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you know what you're saying.
Everybody know what the fuck.
So they always come back and say, well, he didn't mean that. Let me tell you what he meant. That's just
bullshit.
Them trying to
side with him, trying to play the middle.
They trying to make it seem like what he said. That's what I'm saying.
And they trying to play the middle.
It ain't what we saw, what we heard. Oh, okay. So when that person come and say, this is what he meant, we supposed to say, oh, well, you know what? Maybe he did. Yeah. Just like the Jesus thing.
But that's what they did.
Oh, I was trying to be a doctor. No doctors dress like that.
But that's what they did on January 6th. Remember when all them motherfuckers was against it? Yeah. And then a little time went by and they were like, well, it really wasn't that bad and all this kind of stuff.
People got healed.
Yeah. But that's
after the fact and everything.
That's the shit they do.
Then he co-signed it. He pardoned all of them.
Pardon them.
Yeah.
He pardoned them all. And then a couple of them are back in jail already.
Yeah.
They bad people.
What a surprise.
What a surprise. So that's my dilemma. That's what bothers me is the lies that this man with so much power, he can just say whatever he want to say, and then everybody's still tickling in his ass.
Yeah.
But he always trying to talk about somebody's patriotism.
Yeah.
He the most unpatriotic.
Exactly.
If you have an issue with what he's saying, you got a problem. That's not how we live.
Then you're not for America if you're against them.
That's
charge people with
even though the shit he do is totally un-American.
It's totally un-American. So how you gonna make America great again? And then you doing everything negative that America stands for.
I'll tell you why. Because in the past, the shit they was doing was un-American. Yeah. So that's where the again part come in. And I want to do that again. And that's what makes America great. Because they did this shit before where they was doing this kind of shit. And he want to do it again.
What I want to say is, when you look at what's going on, he's the biggest con artist.
Oh, ain't no doubt about that.
And people have fell into his web.
It's unbelievable.
And they just like, it is what it is.
That
bothers me.
He should pimp hoes. He should pimp hoes.
He said water to
it bothers me to the fullest.
Yeah, I
So throw down what you got, man.
Well, I'm going to Cliff.